Hey there, Joby Baker here. Just want to talk about the drum sound on Nadie Como Tu, which is a song, Alex Cuba song that we just recorded. Okay, so the floor tom is kind of the main feature here. What I've got is a U47 FET above these floor toms. As you can see, there's a towel over this one, and it's tuned quite low. It's got a very dead sound. And this one's nice and deep and low. My two big crashes, 24-inch kick that I took the resonating skin off of, and I've got an M149 and a D112 inside there. I don't know if you can see that. And then my classic snare, the Slingerland, sort of 70s thing, combination of SM7 and the AKG underneath. Not using the rack tom, and got this overhead again. It's the piezo. I think it's crown actually, but anyway. The thing that's making this track work so well is in the snare sound. I'm really digging the snare. I've got these resonating snares on the side with a AKG C414 in there. Set on figure of 8, so it's capturing both snares. So I'm getting a real sandy, buzzy sound on the snare. And then I've got this can with a B1 inside, just a Studio Projects cheap microphone inside this pipe with a can, and that's sort of like a resonating, kind of roomy, kind of boingy sound. And then my entrance mic, which is this Schoeps Sphere stereo microphone, capturing the room in here. And then on this side, kick. This is the M147. Pretty straight ahead, just pulling out a lot of 270. Everything else is flat. The D112 is pulling out some 400. Everything else is flat. Snare drum. What have I got here? Can't see which figure. Oh, 400 hertz, pulling out some 400 hertz. That's it. A bit of a high pass filter. The under snare, phase reverse, gain 270, pulling some 270 out, and pulling out some 180. The floor tom, which is the main sound of this groove here. I've got the U47 FET, pulling out a bit of the 1.2K and adding a bit of 100 hertz. Phase reverse because it was, I guess, out of phase with the overhead. Overheads, I've got completely flat. They sound great. That piezo mic's really fabulous. Room sound, it's flat, and then I've got a couple of effect mics. As far as compression goes, I'm running it pretty flat. I'm not doing that much compression. I'm doing most of my processing in Pro Tools. Let's see here, I'll take it out of solo here. I'm using the D112. The D112. What's going on here? As attack, it's got a lot of attack, that mic. So it's great to get that real nice kick sound. And using the M147 for the body of it, you know. So this is the body here, big and fat, and then that's the D112. Snare, fat, under snare, a lot of buzz, which I'm really liking on this track. And then I've got a room mic that I'm using the snare to trigger, and using it as an extra snare length by putting some distortion on it. And then mono kick, that's the pipe into the bucket. Kind of gives it that jungly, kind of crazy, weird, distorted vibe. That's the resonator snare, and then the tom. U47 works fabulous on there. Overheads, quite a bit of compression on those. Nice and soft, not too bright. And then the room. Now I'm using the snare to make this room pump a bit. So the compression is coming from the snare drum as a key input, which gives it that real kind of groovy pumping sound. Kicks ass. All right.